many thanks for making it that early this morning. It's really appreciated to begin the day with you, fresh start. So we are the Wazo team, and I'm on stage here with Sylvain Boily. Many of you know him already as a strong open source advocate and the father of the technology Wazo. And I'm Jérôme Pascal, I'm the CEO of the company. We come here after the presentation day yesterday, and there were a few interesting key takeaways. It's a very enthusiastic time to be in programmable telecom today. The merging of telecom and IT brings technology development, it brings innovation, and it also brings new solutions. It's very, very interesting to see those new ways to consume telecommunication solutions. But there is still a lot of work to do in this industry. There is still some lock-in, some technology trap. There are still some pricing model issues when you go at scale as a client. And in this challenging contest, we are very pleased to have the opportunity to introduce you to Wazo, and I leave the speak to Sylvain, who will tell a bit about our history.
Hello, everybody. So yesterday, there is a lot of people who explain the journey of our company. So we want to explain you what is Wazo and where it come from. The last year in that summit, we present more business slides. So today it's business and technical. It's a mix around the both to help you to understand what is Wazo and where it come from. So the project started a long time ago in 2005. My first project was started because I created my first company in 2004 in Paris. Now I live in Quebec. It's a little different. Yesterday there is a lot of snow in Quebec. And we find in 2005 there is many PBX. It's for the vendor always all people are locking, and it's really difficult to configure the PBX, and there is many user applications, one for agent, one for people want to click to call, etc., etc. And we decided to create a new project. So at the beginning, named Xivo. It's an anagram of voix in French, and based on Asterix project. At the beginning, we see a big opportunity because the VoIP started in France, and there is no many people in this segment, so that's why we start this project. But this project started as a PBX, so only a PBX with a TDM interface cards and VoIP phone. For the second part, so few years after, we saw the cloud and the as a service era, and the unified communication coming. Many new applications, click to call, application for configuration will be web interfaces, and hosted PBX, Centrex. I don't know. It's a word in in English word, but in France there is a lot of soundtracks. And Asterix distro appliance like FreePBX, etc., etc. And new players like Ring Central, 8x8, Jive, etc., who offered cloud services. So for us, it's the second part is really important because we decided to change the core of our product to be oriented as a microservices and to be configurable by a REST API and to are in the same philosophy from OpenStack. We are a project for cloud, but it's an open source project to create infrastructure as a service. And the third part is the communication platform as a service. So we saw the traction of Twilio and the industry. And there is new player in many new player in this industry. So I think there is a lot of here. And for us, we see opportunity to have a hybrid solution to help people to create a communication platform and control its value. And the possibility to unlock the communication for every people. I explain you after in the session a specific use case we work on specific customers. So we decided 2 years ago to transform our project to be more a platform, not a PBX distribution, but a platform based on different tools, open source tools we find in the industry, like Asterix, Cameleo, FreeSwitch, etc., etc. I think many people know this program. But our challenge is to create platform, but as a product. That's the challenge we're working on, and to be enterprise-grade solution, programmable, etc., etc. And the vision, our vision is simply is to be a platform, open source platform for the communication with Wazo. That's simply like this.
Thank you. Yeah, we have a specific positioning on the market. We feel that the market needs an open source communication platform, such as you may find some in infra with OpenStack or in storage with Ceph. And our mission at Wazo is to provide the market with this open source communication platform. And we firmly commit to contribute and share the code of the core components of our platform to the community, as well as to promote the community to work alongside with us to develop this needed product. So now let's get to the addressable targets, or who may use our platform. Actually, the whole value chain can benefit from our platform. You can be a developer belonging to any type of organization and decide to test and try new application easily, rapidly. You can use our platform. You may also be a next-gen contact center software provider, and you may decide to regain control on your stack. You may decide to regain control on your technology roadmap. you may emancipate yourself from some of your providers, API resellers, which may decide from one day to another to build new offers and compete with your own offers. So you need to regain control. You may be also an enterprise or a large public organization, and you have very specific needs. This is what we're gonna show with our demo. You have massive workloads, you have specific security requirements. You can use our platform to reach your goal. You can also be a telco provider and you want to leverage on your network, on your assets, and you want to create the application layer to keep the value and not leave it to other players on the market. And you can also be an integrator and assist, help any of those guys to build their product. So as an illustration, we would like to showcase a use case that is built on our platform. For NDA reasons, unfortunately, I cannot share the name of our client today. But what I can tell you is that they came to us with very, very specific requirements. First of all, they wanted to virtualize their environment. So they switched from hardware-based to a virtualized communication network. Then they were very, very picky on security matters. So they wanted to use their own infrastructure, and they wanted to use open source and only open source software because of reversibility issues. And also, they had specific operating needs related to their business. And it is a massive project. So you have some figures to get an idea about the volumes. For this project, we only provide the platform. And we have teams of consultants, teams of integrators that work on top of our platform using the SDK, using our APIs, so that they can build the new solutions of the client. So Sylvain will tell you more about the technology side of this project.
Okay, so like Jerome said, it's built on the top of OpenStack. So it's really important because these customers want to have telecom infrastructure as a code. This is a really important part because they want to create an infrastructure in very fast, but they want to be as reproducible. Sorry for my French accent, and they want to provision all instance with Ansible. So on OpenStack, we are using we used it. So I show you some code after what is it, and for the provisioning it's Ansible, and they also want a lot of scalability, multi-tenant, and they want to have a programmable platform, but not only for the configuration, not only for the voice. They want for the infrastructure, for the configuration, and for the voice application. It's really important for this project, and they want to have a programmable communication, but the most important will be easily for the integrator, because we don't use any application we developed around the platform. So it's a specific application based on the platform. So it's a pure programmable telecom platform. Yeah, they use REST API and a WebSocket and WebRTC for this project. We don't choose webhooks because it's for the infrastructure. It's better for the scalability for this project. So I show you the infrastructure. So how does it work? We are connected to telco provider. So it's a SIP trunk, basically. We don't have any ISDN or hardware solution. There is a lot of firewall and etc. in the front of this architecture. We have a session border controller. It's not a real session border controllers because it's not a back-to-back user agent, but we decided to use all functionality of Camelio instead of except the back-to-back user agent. We have a SIP router and back-to-back user agent farm based on Asterisk. And every calls coming, so go to the session controller, SIP router, and stop on Asterisk, and they do nothing. When the call arrived, the customer application, receive on a WebSocket, hey, there is a call. And after, the customer application controls the code. So it's not it's a call center, it's a support center, but it's not a traditional call center with a queue and agent and etc. etc. For this project, we don't use the traditional queue on call center because the customers have some issue and some needed requirements for this project with specific queue. We can't do what we want, and because we want to innovate around this project, it will be better to remove the intelligence of a queue or agent, etc., etc., and we switch to a customer application. So the customer can create what he wants. It just controls the code, the call. Sorry. And in agent side, there is it's web. The agent have a web interfaces with a WebRTC softphone, and he interacts with the application with a specific REST API and WebSocket on his application. So his application is connected directly to our Class 5 API to control the call. So yes, I want so. Just a second.
Let's get to the demo.
Yes. It's not. No. So it's not a real demo because. Yeah, I'm sorry. No, I just show you because, for real-time demonstration, no. Sorry, James. It's not a fail today.
We need to go frequent for the dentist demos.
I just want to show you some screenshots. Okay, so I just want to show you first, if you don't know what is it, the orchestration with it in OpenStack. I know it's a little technical, but just to explain you quickly, infrastructure as a code, it's really nice because it's not a code. It's you describe with a YAML file your infrastructure. So what subnet you want, what what firewall you want, the network, etc., etc. So you describe your infrastructure, and after you send to OpenStack this YAML, and it build automatically for you this infrastructure. There is another interesting solution. You can use some other services in OpenStack to upscale and downscale automatically your infrastructure. So imagine you have one instance near 80% of CPU. It's possible to create a new instance and adding, for example, a load balancer at the top of this instance, and load balance automatically your HTTP traffic, for example. So it's really interesting for that.
I see the technical guys in the room getting excited.
It's not the final result. It's my OpenStack. It's my OpenStack, but it looks like this. So when you start your sorry. Yeah, we can turn. Oh, wow. So I created a subnet. So I created my subnet, my instance, my router, and my firewall rules directly with a hit. For Ansible is exactly the same. It's a YAML file, so you describe what you want to provision in your instance, and it's also really nice because you can create your instance and provision it, but you can relaunch the script if you have a problem, and you can rerun it. So it's really easy to use. And I want to show you. Sorry. Okay, I just want to show you the last. Okay, so just to explain you the concept of how to control the call. So it's easy in Wazo. So you create an application and you choose a number you want to route to this application. And when the call is in application, so you have the WebSocket or webhook, you have the choice, but you have all the REST API here to help you to create what you want around the platform. So if you want to list the call in application, if you want to mute a call, to pause a call, to play music on hold, to play a file, to play what you want, or you have a concept of we call that a node. So it's like a conference room, but it's for example you have a call in this application and you get the call, you create a node, you put the call on the node. And if you want, you can take another call, you put on this node, and you create like a dial application or a conference application. But it's possible also to create a new call from the external. So you say, hey, I want to call these guys with this number, and you add it directly on the node. So there is all the primary control of the voice were available to create what you want. we also catch DTMF, etc., etc. For example, if you want to create like a small wrapper to use the TWI-ML from Twilio, it's possible. It's not very hard to provide the compatibility of what you did with Twilio with the application. I think, yeah. Sorry, Alan. Yeah, so, ouais, je veux juste switcher sur. Okay.
Well, so to wrap up, based on Wazo technology, you can build your own platform and make the right decision regarding your networks, your infrastructure, and regarding the application layers that you need for your business. So if there is one thing that you should remember about Wazo is that we want to position our platform as a cornerstone of the market, and we break the silos. We heard yesterday Fonolo describing a list of old way to consume the technology. There is a new way now based on SaaS delivery, and a new way based on programmable telecom. Our positioning is to aggregate those three options. You may choose to have your platform in the cloud or on your own infrastructure. It's an hybrid platform. For any of those choices, you can do it with Wazo. We also break the classification between UCaaS, contact center as a service, call center as a service, or programmable platform, because we believe that the boundaries between all those universes are blurring, they're disappearing. This is the same thing. So we base our development on this promise. So you may be a telecom operator, you may be a software vendor, you may be an enterprise, you may be whatever in this industry. As long as you have communication needs that you want to intertwine with your application, and you need the communication layer beneath that, then you must come and see us. You can come and see Sylvain, me, and we also have Nicolas Marchal and Benoit. Please stand up, guys. Come on. and let's take advantage of the day and discuss further about your project. Thank you.
Excellent. Well done, guys. Excellent presentation. So first of all, congratulations on delivering on your plan from last year. You shared what you were going to do, and you've delivered on that. Also, very interested in the
amazing job
that you've done in terms of telecom infrastructure as code. I think that is very powerful. Of course, we're aligned philosophically in terms of the convergence of this whole space. So any questions from the audience on what was presented?
What's the biggest implementation you have of this in terms of number of calls a second going through the whole architecture, and what scaling issues did you hit?
Could you please
Sorry,
rephrase
yes.
the number of calls?
What's the biggest implementation you have of the Wazo architecture in terms of number of calls per second that you handle?
So yeah.
Actually, this is what we present. This is our biggest infrastructure.
Okay.
So.
And that's 10,000 concurrent calls.
Sorry. Yeah, it's designed to have 10,000. Yeah, sorry.
Cool. Thank you.
I'm not really awake.
And then the second part of your question?
But if you need more, our platform is scalable. You know, it's IT. We can do it. Infrastructure as a code is nice, as Sylvain puts it.
So no bottlenecks in the whole architecture.
Yeah, well, yeah. We won't talk about that. What I suggest is, because of time, again, excellent presentation. I'm really pleased you're able to make it here. I think there are a lot of people here in the audience definitely should be talking to you in terms of what you can deliver. So again, thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.